AirAsia Berhad began operation on 18 November 1996. AirAsia is among the best low-cost airlines. AirAsia is one of the fastest-growing low-cost carriers with a growing numbers of destinations. AirAsia's primary hub is Malaysian Kuala Lumpur International Airport. According to Skytrack, AirAsia has the world's best low-cost aircraft, including for 2019. AirAsia has transported more than 55 million tourists from the region and is expanding its cost offering. Now everyone can fly. It's AirAsia's trademark, so more people choose it. AirAsia has branded itself as low-cost, long-range carrier. AirAsia organization is based on its functional structure. A company's available structure includes people. Their group shares skills and expertise allow them to collaborate effectively on a company project. AirAsia is a functional structure example. Because they have many departments, they must be subdivided by knowledge and capabilities. Every department head could make decisions about subcoordinates. The CEO directs departmental responsibilities. The department head informs the CEO. AirAsia's final design was geological. AirAsia's hierarchical structure shows that geological design work is done by specialists from various regions. AirAsia is known for its low-cost flights for any part of Asia. Because AirAsia needed to meet customer needs and increase interest, it offers the best product and services. AirAsia sells goods via its online store. Customers can buy duty-free goods and have them delivered to their door when they order. Customers can choose from chocolate and drink, cosmetic, health and wellness product and toys. To support the local economy and society, AirAsia offers affordable local products. Essential and frozen meals are in AirAsia's fresh groceries. Tony Fernandez, President and CEO of AirAsia Group, Sdn Bhd, is grateful for AirAsia Shop. AirAsia offers flight, hotel, car rental, delivery and insurance services. AirAsia Santan in-flight menu offers food, drinks, souvenirs and duty-free items. Santan has the first in-flight restaurant, so everyone can enjoy the delicious food. AirAsia is Sharia compliant and does not serve alcohol or pork. AirAsia's service ensures safe and comfortable travel for all passengers. AirAsia low-cost airline offers car rentals and airport transfer. This is travel and hospitality. Expedia and AirAsia Go offer affordable vacation packages and hotels. Tune Protect provided travel insurance for AirAsia customers.
Hello, my name is Noor Amrita Kwambita Mintalik, my student ID is 2021124179. Risk identification is the process of determining, assessing, and identifying any risk that could potentially influence and affect an organization and its operations. To develop information on risk and sources of risk, hazard risk factors, period and also exposure to loss, AirAsia Risk Management Department perform documentation on risk management to eliminate and reduce potential risk in AirAsia company. Risk analysis questionnaire, exposure checklist, financial statement, insurance policy checklist, inspections, and combination approaches are part of the tools that AirAsia uses in identifying risk. Moving on to the first existing risk in AirAsia, which is pandemic COVID-19. Since the first outbreak of COVID-19, AirAsia, both revenue and also performance are declining since AirAsia was unable to operate as usual due to movement control order restriction. AirAsia faced losses accounted to 804 million ringgit in Malaysia, and because of the lower productivity, AirAsia keeps on recording losses. Since COVID-19 can be spread through air and close contact, thus every individual must follow standard operating procedure. Not following the SOP increases the risk for other citizens to get infected by COVID-19, which later may increase the number of deaths. For instance, from January 2020 to July 2022, the number of people deaths reached up to 35,819 people. Next, plane crashes are also one of the existing risks that AirAsia identifies during the risk management process. AirAsia plane flight QZ8501 crashed and killed all the passengers. The flight that carried 162 passengers from Surabaya to Singapore crashed into the Java Sea. A total of 106 dead bodies were found, however the rest are still unaccounted for. According to the investigator, bad weather, which is stormy weather, are the cause for the crash, while malfunctioning components and also crew action were a contributing factor for the cause of the plane crash. So the bad weather along with the faulty component become the existing risk to AirAsia company. Now let's look at potential risks of AirAsia. Airplane fuel prices become a potential risk for AirAsia. Fluctuation in airplane fuel price will impact AirAsia profitability. This is because fuel is the main source for AirAsia business operations. So if the fuel price increase, AirAsia has to increase the fare price in order to cover the fuel expenses. If AirAsia increases the fare price to cover fuel expenses, AirAsia will lose quite a number of customers, which then will result in less income for AirAsia. Another potential risk for AirAsia is engine explosion. Thai AirAsia flight have to make an emergency landing at Belana International Airport in Maldives when the airplane engine suddenly explodes. The engine of the plane was on fire when it took flight, and AirAsia confirmed the incident as having a technical issue and all the passengers are safe. According to the number of events occurring, it is not wrong to say that an explosion might occur in the future and thus become a potential risk to AirAsia company.
Hi, so I will continue to the risk evaluation. Firstly, pandemic COVID-19 is a risk with high frequency and high severity because COVID-19 is a virus that spreads most rapidly through the air. The more AirAsia passengers are infected, the higher the frequency of claims to insurance companies. Secondly, explosion caused by the engine malfunction is a risk with high frequency and low severity because if the AirAsia airline makes a claim to the insurance company, it will certainly get a lucrative compensation because it is commensurate with the AirAsia's monthly insurance payment rate. Thirdly, plane crash is a risk with low frequency and high severity because it is very rare in Malaysia. This is something that should be avoided by AirAsia Airlines. A plane crash is high severity because an aircraft is categorized as a high severity claim that must be borne by AirAsia Airlines. Lastly, fuel price is a risk with low frequency and low severity because the increase in aviation fuel price is nothing to do with the insurance company. This is due to the increase in crude oil prices in the international market. Next, fuel price is low severity because there is no cost claim that can be done by AirAsia Airlines. Next, the risk management techniques. Firstly, for the pandemic COVID-19 risk, we use risk avoidance technique because if there are some AirAsia passengers who are afraid of being infected, the best way to deal with it is to avoid boarding with crowded transport such as planes, buses, and ferries. Secondly, for the explosion risk, we use risk reduction technique because this management technique can reduce the impact of severity. Risk reduction also can be used in two situations, which are before and after the damage of AirAsia aircraft. Thirdly, for the plane crash risk, we use a risk transfer technique. This method is referred to hold harmless agreement because an agreement was made between the AirAsia airline and the manufacturer that made the aircraft. Then they agreed to bear the losses caused by the manufacturer of the damaged or the malfunctioning product. Lastly, for the fuel price risk, we use risk retention technique because rising crude oil prices cannot be controlled because it is in line with international market prices. the increase or retention of aircraft fuel prices will be borne entirely by AirAsia Airlines.
In conclusion, from the risk assessment of AirAsia, we identify the existing and potential risk in the step of risk identification, and it is divided into three categories, which are peril, hazard, and loss. A probable occurrence of factor that could result in loss is also known as hazard, while risk is an element or behavior that could lead to a loss. Pandemic COVID-19, bad weather such as storm, and medical costs are the examples of existing risk, while fuel price, engine malfunction, and loss of income are the potential risk. Next, in the risk evaluation step, we categorize some of the risks according to the frequency and the severity of the risk. For instance, fuel price is categorized as a low severity, high frequency risk. In risk management techniques, it requires risk matrix, which it is a tool used during the risk assessment stage of project planning. It recognizes and records the likelihood of project risk and assess the possible harm could cause. The alternative risk management techniques that should be adopted is risk control, which include the risk avoidance, loss control, separation, and contractual transfer. The management of AirAsia should practice risk avoidance in confronting pandemic COVID-19, as it can be avoided if they are following all the SOPs in the operation. For example, is not allowing the passengers with possible symptoms. Risk control is related to loss control, which can be divided into loss prevention and loss reduction. For instance, AirAsia should manage and arrange the flight schedules properly to prevent plane crashes. And for loss reduction, it can be used in two circumstances, before or after loss. So AirAsia also have the possibility to experience fire at any time. Thus, AirAsia should install fire alarm, water sprinkler, and fire extinguisher to reduce the impact of losses in the building if the fire happens. That's all from us. Thank you.